Okay. Hello, and welcome back to Fusion Writing, where building character meets creating structure. This is our writing week. We've covered 2 weeks of material in two of the character trait groups and some of the information on plot points and breaking them down into plot beats. And we spent a week talking about the Zettelkasten, how you can start collecting your ideas on cards and saving them into a Zettelkasten. And this week is all about writing. I sure hope that you will be joining us on LiLLiPub, because LiLLiPub is the place where you're going to be able to share your writing, read what other people in the class have written, comment very gently and very kindly, and discuss it in our Zoom call, which takes place on Saturday. So this is just a very, very special time, and I hope you'll take advantage of it. Even if you find that LiLLiPub isn't for you, do try writing, because that's how you actually get something going. So I'm going to turn it over to Victoria.
Hello, fellow anti-novelists and Lilligans and friends and curious onlookers and writers. As Kathleen said, this week is all about the rubber meeting the road and putting into practice the things that we've been talking about. So I just want to take a quick revisit, high-level view over the things that we've covered. So in week one, we started talking about the character trait of resilience, and I introduced you to some of the things that you can use to start your story, just to get some words on the page so that you have something to edit. Remember, as long as it's in your head, that's good, but you've got to get the words on the page so that you can look it over and start to make those structural changes that turn it from an idea into a story. So after we looked at resilience and how that could influence ways that you're writing and looking at your characters, then we talked about balance, and we talked about how can you toggle different areas of character traits and character manifestations in order to change or alter how a character is balanced. That's particularly fascinating to me because balance, in my opinion, is a metric that you can use with any character in any situation. It's always there in the background as something you can measure by. So keep a brain cell on that as you start these early writing exercises, because ultimately, the reason we read stories is to see our characters transform, to see them go through some kind of a change, something that demonstrates their humanity, something that demonstrates their resilience, and something that challenges their balance, which allows us to grow and go on that journey with them. So, as we get into the writing exercises, you'll remember last week I shared a plot development worksheet. Yes, it's a whole big fat Excel workbook chock full of stuff, but don't let that intimidate you. All you're doing at this stage is you're starting to tease out the main parts of your character, male or female, otherwise, what are their inclinations, what are their motivations, what are their values. You're just starting to get that loose framework for who that person is. I'm talking about your protagonist right now. We'll talk about villains and antagonists later, but for right now, let's just talk about your hero. Let's nail them down a little bit. This is where you start drafting. Using your handy dandy roadmap for the novel structure, which is your big Excel spreadsheet from last week, start looking at those potential plot points. Does this person have a certain fear that's driving them? Is the midpoint of your story going to force them to confront that fear? Is the end of your story going to be them overcoming that fear? Or maybe their character arc is negative and they give in to that fear. These are the high level questions that you're asking yourself as you're starting to think about the course of your story. Do you have to know all of those things right now? No, you just need a heading. That's why I say start at any point in the plot development that makes sense to you, even if it's smack in the middle. Start in the middle. The change is they're going to go from being selfish to generous. Okay, work backwards. How do I go from the middle back to the beginning to show that they're selfish? And how do I go from the change in the middle forward to the end to show that they become generous? It's really that simple. So just start getting those notes and ideas on the page and start plotting out in a loose way some kind of a breadcrumb trail for yourself using both the plot development roadmap and the character development cards or worksheet as I've laid it out. And then start thinking about how can I get this story onto the page in a way that I can start manipulating and playing with it. That's really all there is to starting the writing. So with that, I'm going to throw it back over to Kathleen so she can throw her thoughts in as well.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Absolutely. You building the idea of your character and starting the beginnings of the structure of the character. If you want to review what the character traits that we cover, the character trait groups, be sure to pull out your handouts. This is the handout for your map for resilience, and there's also one for balance. And wherever you see this ship steering wheel icon, that is a guide to you for where you can add and develop your thoughts. So if you combine this with the plot points that Victoria has laid out for you, you can map, oh, this is where resilience is going to come in. This is where balance is going to be a key issue. And you have some ideas to try out because you've got some specific examples there on your worksheet. And what I'd like to also on this compass day, this overview day, is I want you to be aware that there in LiLLiPub, where you pick up your lessons materials, the same place where you picked up your handouts for fusion writing, you're going to see this week a link there that's going to take you to the folder where you can share your materials. It's a shared folder, and so anyone with that link can post into that folder and can read anything in that folder. Now, in order to be able to post your work, you have to have edit privileges. But whoa, 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 do not touch anybody else's material. No, obviously you're not going to do any edits of anyone else's material, but post your own. And if you have time and you want to read generously and thoughtfully the contributions of others, that's there for you as well. This is a sharing area. And I also want to talk a little bit about on this Compass Day, what might you share? Well, maybe you got ambitious and you wrote a whole chapter. Oh, put it out there. Maybe you wrote a short story. Put it out there. But you might not have gotten that ambitious this week. It might just be how you've discovered certain of your plot points. Maybe you've figured out a few of them and that's all you've accomplished. Great, put them out there. What ones have you figured out? How is it working for you? Maybe you're just writing a paragraph sounding out the voice of your character. That's fine. And remember the assignment that we had for your Zettelkasten that Victoria gave you to listen for dialogues when you're out in the world and you captured them into that one pooled area. You thought numbering was going to be so hard and you found out you only needed one number. That number is where you put your unsorted dialogues. They all share the same number. It's a pool because you wrote them in pencil because they don't have their home place yet. So you don't need to worry about numbering at this moment. They all get the same number. But I hope you collected a few, and maybe you're not ready to write them into the story. Just post one or more of those that you found. So what I want to let you know with this sharing week is just open up and trust yourself and share whatever it is you're ready to share. And others will read it and comment very gently, and then we'll gather on Saturday in a Zoom call. So for this Compass Week, Victoria, do you have anything else you'd like to add before we say goodbye until tomorrow for the map day?
No, I think you nailed it. Just the most important thing is remember the reason we built this community is because we are like-minded people who want to uplift our writers and give them a place to experiment and grow and ask questions and explore options in their work. So no piece of writing is too small. Even if all you have is a paragraph or an idea, share it because we're here to help you grow it. We're here to help you polish it, and we're here to help you get to a finished product. So please come share with us. We promise to hold your ideas gently and help you write the best stories and books that you can.
Thank you so much, Victoria. And we'll see you tomorrow for a little bit more detail in our math day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See ya.